Transition. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crying is a Free Action, a podcast about news, politics, and the goings on. What happened?
I just need to take his fucking picture down and we're probably going to get struck.
Which picture? Whose picture? Tommy's picture?
Tommy's replacement.
Oh,
yes.
No. It's fine. Everything's fine.
All right, bro.
It's fine. It's fine. At any rate, hello and welcome. We're trying to stay positive this week.
It's not like anybody watches this.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, right? Like, oh no. Bruce Springsteen's copyright bot watches it, I can tell you that much.
Why? Did you use Bruce Springsteen stuff?
One time, yeah, I was talking about he got up on stage and was shit talking Trump, and I had like a 13-second clip, and it got us our first copyright strike. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So,
wow.
He is the boss for a reason, I guess.
We made it to the big time.
Yeah, right. We got 20 whole subscribers.
Yeah, but we got copyright struck by Bruce Springsteen.
That's right. Well, we got copyright struck by Bruce Springsteen's touring manager company.
Whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. To the corporate slaves who own Bruce Springsteen. It's been a hell of a week. There's a big protest in Minneapolis on Friday, and that went really well. And then ICE shot and killed another guy on Saturday, and it was real bad.
No. Don't say shot and killed. You say it like it is.
They fucking executed a man in the street.
They fucking executed a man in the street.
Yeah, they did.
That's what they did.
We'll talk about that. Obviously, but as is tradition, we will start with some North Dakota news after we tell you about the website we run, easyvotend.bsky.social. There's some articles and things up there that I think you should read and some resources to help you find some stuff. I got some work to do on the resources section that I thought about yesterday, so I'm going to do some of that this week. And I have a little section up there, and it's law enforcement advice. And I'm going to tell you this, that this is like general law enforcement, like just staying, like not getting contacted by, staying away from them, blah, 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 that sort of stuff. But that's not good advice if you're going to protests, because especially if you're near ICE, this is not the advice for you for that. I'm going to put a big disclaimer on that this week, because the rule of law does not matter to those people, and we are going to demonstrate that today. Al is here with me. How are you?
Fine.
He's fine. He's paid by the word. Tommy's not here with us. He's not fine. So we wish him the best, and we hope that he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Yeah, he's a smart man. My lips are chapped. It's very dry and cold here.
Yeah, likewise.
So yes, please go to easyvotend.com. Speaking of North Dakota news, rural hospitals called not optional as North Dakota acts to keep one open. This is an article from the North Dakota Monitor. I get a lot of stuff from them. They're not sponsored or anything. They're their own independent nonprofit news organization in North Dakota. You should just go there. That's what I think. So basically, the funds have been allocated from the Big Beautiful Bill, and here in North Dakota last week we had a legislative session to allocate those funds. The Big Beautiful Bill, which is what also Trump called Clinton before giving him a Hummer on Epstein Island. Oh, here are the funds, and here's how they're going to be allocated. So it was $199 million that was allocated to North Dakota. $33.4 million is going to technology. $116 million to expand rural health care coverage. $32.2 million for workforce costs, and $17.1 million to promote healthy lifestyles. And I was thinking about that. I was like, the hell does that mean? And what it is probably going to be an ad campaign and, you know, something like that to like go out and play, eat healthier food, you know. So here's the thing. The problem is none of this actually addresses the problem with like actual healthcare costs to people. Because those ACA tax credits are expired. People's insurance is going up all over the place. Al and I have talked about ours. Yours went up a shitload. Like mine went up like substantially, but not nearly as much as yours did. That's fucking ridiculous. And so here in North Dakota, you hear about this a fair amount. Let's see. We have a hospital that is actually operating payroll to payroll, and it is the Jacobson Memorial Hospital, and that services 5 counties, including the one I'm in, which is crazy. Let's see. So people.
Wait a minute, aren't you in the capital?
Well, so I actually live on the border of 2 counties.
Oh, okay. So it's not like you live like. I guess it's considered rural then.
The county I'm in is like fucking huge, so you could drive for an hour and still be in it. And so, and as you go west, it gets hillier and rockier and shittier, so it's not as easy to get to this part of the state. So, but yeah,
that makes sense.
And so that hospital's operating payroll to payroll, which means they're gonna run out of money, like solvency.
I mean, that's the case with a lot of rural hospitals.
Exactly. And so
that work like that.
During
that's
this
the case with a lot of rural America.
Absolutely.
It was necessary for them to keep running like that because we don't have, the fucking infrastructure and funding for all this shit.
Absolutely. And even if all these people could make it to like Bismarck, Fargo, Grand Forks, Jamestown, where all the big hospitals are, like, what if there's a big ass snowstorm? You're just fucked then, and they know that, which is why during the legislative session, they authorized a total of $40 million, but up to $5 million at a time can be loaned to nonprofit rural hospitals who are close to solvency. And believe it or not, there were actually people in North Dakota who wanted to vote against this. They were like, well, I don't think it's very fair that we're making a law for one specific hospital in mind. And then it had to be pointed out that it has been done multiple times in multiple states because it's a very important thing to have infrastructure. So we'll have an article detailing some of that when we talk about the next article too. But let's see. There's a couple other things I wanted to talk about on this still. At any rate, so they're gonna loan $5 million to this while the big beautiful bill funds are. Apparently, these still have to go back to the federal government to be approved. Which I did not know that.
Yeah, that's always been the case when it comes to things like this. And it, again, it goes back to the fact that we have a fucking healthcare system that is for profit.
Where the fuck are these states' rights motherfuckers at? If this is this money is for your state, but you still have to use it the way we say to.
Yeah.
The other thing is they where did I put the fucking thing? Oh, I can't do that. We have this now, the Rural Health Transformation website, which is part of the Human Health and Human Services Department in North Dakota. This is going to talk about, because they have a 5-year plan to transform the rural health in North Dakota. And so this is something we'll probably, obviously it's going to take time. Everything does. But the one little hypocrisy I wanted to talk about here is that they specifically mention in this little like blurb here is tribal concerns. And it says, it's funny because the committee, the Rural Health Transformation Committee, rejected a proposal to set aside 5% of the funding for tribal needs proposed by the Spirit Lake Nation. So that's kind of fucked up. We'll say we'll help people, but we're not going to help people. You know, that's the politician's real way, no matter where you're at. And speaking of politicians not wanting to help people, we almost had free lunches for kids in school. And then...
bro, fuck them kids.
Yeah, pretty
not
much.
In the Epstein Island way.
Yeah, pretty much. And literally, it had passed the House earlier that day and only failed by 2 votes in the Senate.
And, are you surprised?
Not... I wanted to say yes, but man... So, but
you know better.
You know, okay. You want to know what Republican opponents of the bill said? What? Money is better spent elsewhere, like expanding property tax credits. They really don't give a shit. And this
property tax credits for who?
Exactly. That's all they said.
For who? No.
They're big corporate buddies. That's all they give a shit about.
Of course.
Landowners, man. It's a fiefdom.
Aren't you a landowner?
Barely. I do have the mineral rights to my little 1/4 acre.
There you go. Go mine your fucking 1/4 acre.
Ooh, I'm gonna put an oil derrick in my backyard. Fuck my neighbors anyways. Okay. Well, that sucks. I think once because we are having a state election as well this year. I think we're going to see some changes. I really hope we're going to see some changes in North Dakota. So we'll see how that goes.
I don't know, man. I don't trust the general population to make the right choices when it comes to their own interests. Really anywhere except like in a big or urban areas or whatnot, because everybody else in other areas is just going to be like, well, if I'm doing better, then that means somebody else is doing better, so fuck that.
Pretty much. Hello, cat. All right. Now we have to get into this story because, whoa, buddy, it's a doozy. So this man's name is Alex Preddy. He is a Army veteran, and he is a VA nurse. And ICE executed him in the street yesterday morning. The following clips are going to be hard to watch.
Trigger warning for anybody watching this later on, in VOD or whatever.
Right. If you want to skip this whole thing, we talk about ICE being shit for a while. I'm going to tell you that, but we're probably going to talk about this thing for, I'd imagine, the next 10, 15 minutes. But we got quite a few clips to get through. So I'm going to just start playing these.
But before you play these and before we discuss it, for anybody who wants to skip it, here's the summary. In short, this was unjustified. It was a complete fucking unnecessary escalation of force that was unwarranted. I don't give a fuck what anybody trying to justify this says. There was no need for this to happen.
Yeah.
These are the same people defending fucking what's his name? Fucking Rittenhouse.
Yep, Kyle Rittenhouse.
For showing up. Yep.
Yeah, who, holy shit, was he got in the wrong there. Yeah, ICE is just literally a criminal gang now. With the way, so use of force laws, again, I've talked about this on the show before, but I am a bit of a expert in use of force. I used to teach use of force to police officers when I was a police officer, and I was a trainer instructor for a lot of things. So I would teach use of force to actually a bunch of deputy, like directors and wardens and deputy wardens at the state prison. I would teach it to new COs at the prison. I would teach it to new state troopers. Because they're state employees, and I taught all of them that. So I know a lot about use of force. How did I get that role? Well, I was in law enforcement, and there are use of forces. And believe it or not, when there was rule of law, your use of forces were reviewed, and they found a lot of people had reviewed like my stuff, and they're like, "Oh, your use of force stuff is all good. Your reports are so good, and this and that. Why don't you should teach this stuff to people because you get it right each time." And so I was like, "Yeah, it's super important to get right because one, I don't want to go to jail for using force. Like, I want to use the right amount of force, and not impede somebody else's rights. But I don't want to go to jail for it either. But then I also reviewed officer use of forces. So when, like, oh, hey, on your days off, this big fight happened and an officer punched a guy, and we need you to review the camera footage and see if it was a good use of force and stuff like that. So I don't want to say I'm not I know what I'm talking about with this shit. And it's horrible. So I'm going to play this first clip, and the other thing we have to say is that Kristi Noem and everybody else is already out there saying, like, he violently approached these guys with a gun. So he's the guy standing there in the hat.
Things got buried.
More like their ICE agents violently approached him with pepper spray. So now they're pushing up on him, and he's just like, what the fuck? He's backing up. And that's how it starts.
Fuck off!
Well said. So that's where it starts. This is where it gets bad.
This is after the fact, isn't it?
No, that's him.
No. That's a different.
It's a different angle. You can clearly see his hands in front of him.
This is them taking the phones from people after the fact.
Yep. And then, okay, this is the bad one. So it's pretty long. I'm gonna do this. I don't know how that's gonna show up on here. Yeah, perfect.
They're doing too much, man, and they keep pushing people,
So they're pulling him to the ground. You can clearly see his hands out in front of him. Yep. And this video will have another angle of this.
What the fuck?
So, yep. And then they shoot him at least 4 more times there.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
I believe it's 10 shots total.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was as well.
Because I've been using, so we're going to get it zoomed in. And they have zoomed in and stabilized ones, but this is pretty much all you need to see. So he literally just turns around. Yep, he's pulling out his sidearm, yep. And pop. Boom. Right in the back. Up. Yep. That was at least 6 more.
Not again. Are you fucking kidding me? That guy's dead. Yo, we need people on site.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. So one place to. Oh yeah, we can talk about that
points
too.
that we can.
There's a stabilized one that is from another. Yes, this is the one I'm looking for. So this is. So here he is there, and he's just trying to he's got his hands up. He's not trying to do anything. He's trying to help this person
Nowhere do you see him pull out his sidearm.
Yeah, and so we're going to talk about that.
He was carrying. We're going to talk about, I mean, that's... And how many agents do you count there? I think it was like 7 total.
Yeah, 7 or 8, and then more just milling about.
No,
Look at
not
this
counting fucking
these
Gravy
meal
Seal
team
over there.
6 guys. Yeah. Yeah. So his hands are clearly just out in front of him, and they're like, well, he had a gun. Well, guess what? He was a licensed concealed carry holder, and we have the Second Amendment in the United States. And he wasn't making any moves toward it at all.
Not at all.
And in fact, there are some, I mean, I don't want to, because it's really upsetting. And okay, here's another good one.
This is from the angle. This is the angle from that lady in the pink. Yep.
So this is them removing his sidearm, which his arms are in front of him. This guy.
They've basically got him pinned down at this point.
Yep.
There was no need.
There's
for
the
them
gun.
Yep.
And yet
just the fucking guy
pulls his gun out and shoots him. Just literally pulls his gun out and starts shooting. Yep. Yep.
If that's not a clear execution, I don't
know what is.
What to tell you.
Yeah. It's real bad. I've watched these clips a lot of times. I'd really like to not see any more like that. So that's one of the things that they're saying is because he had a firearm on him, he deserved to get shot.
I mean, where the fuck is the judgment for fucking Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, somebody who actually fucking traveled across state lines.
Yeah.
And was
Kyle Rittenhouse killed a man and blew another man's arm off. And then what did the NRA say? Let's see, NRA.
They made a bullshit fucking statement to be real with you. Then it was first. It seems like it's kind of okay, but then they start talking about radical fucking politicians like Tim Walz.
Oh Jesus, Tim! I don't envy Tim Walz right now because he's just over there trying not to start a fucking American Civil War by accident. Because you breathe funny, and Trump is going to be like Insurrection Act. So
he's gonna fucking do it regardless.
He's gonna do it anyways. You're right. I agree.
He's gonna fucking do it regardless. We're stuck between a fucking shitty rock and a fucking
shitty hard
fucked up hard place.
Yep. That is a fucking fact. All right. I was gonna do a whole other thing on how incompetent ICE is. But
you don't really need to see any fucking more than
I know.
That. It's not even really incompetence though. It's like it's just that these guys are almost fucking.
They're a criminal gang.
It seems like they're just out there to want to do this.
Yeah. Well, and now there are reports coming out that fucking people were clapping and like agents were.
Yeah.
clapping.
Well, there's not reports. There was one fucking agent who clapped after the guy got shot.
And then there was another.
There was a video of him doing
it's like Call of Duty, isn't it? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's who you fucking recruited.
I had a minor crash out on my friend last night over text because I was like, dude, all of this stuff would have gotten us so fucking turbo fired and charges filed. Like it's insane. So I don't even fucking know anymore. I don't even know anymore. I think we all just need to stop going to work and going to school and buying shit until they leave. That's what I think. But I did have this again. I was in law enforcement for a long time. I got better, I promise. And so this little scene here is little Gregory Bavino getting hassled at a gas station. And this is how he responds.
New video just in showing Customs and Border Patrol Chief Greg Bavino in a tense confrontation in Minneapolis, unleashing gas on protesters.
Piece of shit. So this is the guy who's in charge of all of the ice agents in these areas.
I think he's the field commander for ICE, so not just there.
Backstory of this is reportedly he and other officers went into a Speedway gas station nearby and were refused service. There was video earlier, we saw images of kind of these officers being escorted out or led out of the gas station. There's a huge crowd around them. It devolved into this, and then here you have
he couldn't take it, so they had to fucking throw the green goblin
really
gas,
getting
man.
in there in the thick of it with these protesters. It speaks to how much anger is on the ground here.
Yeah. And so this isn't like anything big, like more. It's just a different angle. It's showing how fucking gross and shitty that gas is.
They smoked it. I'm a journalist. Holy fuck. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm on it, boys. I think it's just smoke. I don't think it's gas.
And so it is actually gas, and that is the kind that you don't really use anymore because it's carcinogenic. Again, I was in law enforcement. I was a chemical weapons teacher and like armorer. That was the same kind Saddam Hussein used on his people. So think about that. Sweet, right? Right? This is another one I wanted to talk about when the week was simpler. This guy watches plate carrier. Boop. Why has he got that big weird cross there? Because they're all a bunch of fucking weird Christian nationalists. When I was in law enforcement, they were like, you can't have that shit on there.
Demographic.
Yeah. You can't have that shit on there. Like, what if you shoot a Jewish person? Then they're going to be like, oh, it was a hate crime. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. They don't give a shit anymore. So
yeah, we weren't allowed to have any sort of thing like that in the military either. You know, any professional, real, like wanting to fucking actually do work kind of organization is not going to allow that.
No, absolutely not. And like you remember during the oh, that's true. Yeah, they're bringing all the, like, this is all the shit they're ordering.
Of course, it's
from
all
fucking,
BYOD. Yeah. Most of the shit that these people are wearing don't match.
Yeah.
They they have all fucking kinds of.
Oh yeah, wear whatever holster and belt you like. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
whatever holster, whatever fucking.
Yeah, whatever
vest,
LB.
whatever fucking,
yeah, jeans and whatever. Yeah, you know,
whatever.
We're just here to fuck shit up.
Basically.
Yeah. Ow, fuck, your claws are so sharp, cat.
They probably get an allowance to buy all their
Glock?
shit.
That's cool. Yeah.
We know fucking ICE probably wasn't equipped for the amount of people that they took in.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And then we'll talk about uniforms in a little bit, but this was another one. This is how they act. This is in Minneapolis.
We're gonna come back for your whole family, okay?
No, okay, no problem.
We're gonna come back for your whole family.
Was that a fucking Hispanic guy?
It sure fucking was.
Oh my fucking god.
They don't. We're gonna come back for your whole family. What the fuck? If I had said that to somebody when I was a cop, turbo fired. But these people aren't cops. 47 days of training and a bunch of it's getting waived? Nah, man. They're just sending fucking thugs out with guns. Go arrest them. You know how to use.
Yeah,
here's how you use handcuffs.
I wouldn't even call them thugs, because thugs are fucking.
They might stand for something.
Yes, thugs are useful for some things, but these fucking idiots are just incompetent fucking shitbags that want to cause problems for other people and get away with
their
it.
life sucks. And so,
You know, it's probably the opposite. They think their life is so fucking great.
yeah,
right now.
you're right. That is probably how it is. And so ICE detained a 5-year-old and then used the child as bait to lure the child's father out of their home. And then they sent both of them to Texas. And then it sounds like the child has been returned to the mother, but there was no reason to do any of that because none of them have criminal backgrounds. And the father has a do not deport order. So, it's super illegal. They don't give a shit. They've never given a shit about whether it's legal or not. And so, yeah, there's definitely like legal things that it has violated. So, this is something that Tommy added. Rest in peace, Tommy. We'll watch this from WCCO CBS Minnesota.
4 of our students, our children, have been detained by ICE.
That is a local school superintendent today saying agents have detained several students. Reg Chapman was at the press conference this afternoon. So, Reg, sort of hard to hear that.
Extremely hard to hear, Aaron. The district says 4 children in Columbia Heights have been detained by ICE. Just yesterday, they say 2 children were detained by ICE, including a 17-year-old on his way to school, taken from his car and taken away. Now, then in the afternoon, a 5-year-old child, Liam Ramos, was taken with his father while on the driveway after just arriving home from his preschool classroom. School officials say the child was used as bait. They say agents made little Liam knock on the door to ask to be let in order to see if anyone else was home.
Why detain a 5-year-old? You can't tell me that this child is going to be classified as a violent criminal. 2 weeks ago, a 10-year-old student, 4th grader, was taken by ICE agents on her way to elementary school with her mother.
Jesus
During
Christ.
the arrest, the child called her father on the phone to tell him that ICE agents were bringing her to school. The father immediately came to the school to find that both his daughter and wife had been taken.
Now, school officials say both children and their parent are being held in a detention center in Texas. They say Liam's family is following U.S. legal parameters and has an active asylum case with no order of deportation. The school says the other 2 students, they don't know exactly what happened to them.
Yeah, and then these other students, they're just like, I don't know where they went. And then this morning, I saw that same facility that they took that kid to, there was people outside of it, and all they can hear is children crying and screaming outside of it. Like, that's got to be fucking heartbreaking to hear. Like, they're just concentration camps. Like, I don't know what else to call them. So... And we know that these people love the Nazis and they love Hitler. Look at fucking Greg Bovino. Look at his jacket. This article is here because
I don't want to fucking nitpick, but I absolutely fucking hate his stupid looking fucking boots with that fucking outfit.
Oh, hang on, I didn't even actually.
It just doesn't fucking match.
I actually did. Oh my God.
It looks like he's wearing fucking sneakers.
Oh my God.
Fucking Christ.
Jesus.
Not a single
Christ,
fucking one of their
Greg.
agents matches either.
No. Like, look at this dude in gray. Is that your little butt slave?
I don't know. He's smaller than him, so probably.
Yeah. And then look at this little chunk style. At any rate, I included this article because German media likens U.S. Border Patrol officials to Nazis. Because yes. And this isn't the first time he's done this. Oh, hang on.
No, not at all.
I thought they had more pictures. Hang on. Maybe there are. No, just those 2. Let's see. Where's the one where okay, you can kind of see it in here. He wears that fucking, like, I don't even know what they call it because we don't really do it in our military. That fucking leather, like, belt across
Yeah,
your...
we on top of your, you mean that scarf?
No. Below that, he wears that leather belt like German officers do. I can find it. Let's see. Greg Bavino, Nazi. I'm sure I'll find it. Yeah, well, let's see. He wears it a lot when he's doing press conferences. Look at he's doing all of his little photo shoots like this, you know? There's no way I'm going to put. Yeah, see, he's got this other one. He loves to play dress up Nazi. Actually, I'll just look press conference.
It's like watching a little fucking Roblox man try to play dress up.
Conference. Yeah, this one.
That.
Yeah.
So actually, the Marine Corps officers have belts that go across like that.
And I've seen some state troopers do it, but it's also like it's just not the right look, man.
No, not in that instance.
Not especially
with that fucking tie and
and the totality of these circumstances is not great. Well, yeah. Everything sucks and everything's fucked. That's what I have to say. I have one more story. This one also sucks. Microsoft confirms it will give the FBI your Windows PC data encryption key if asked. And basically what that means is if the FBI seizes your computer and you have it all encrypted up, Microsoft will just give them the key whether they have a warrant or not. So that sucks. That's maybe a good reason to not use Windows. Your data is important. It belongs to you. But yeah, the fucking BitLocker's terrible anyways.
Yeah.
So, fuck Microsoft. Anything else you wanted to talk about? I wanted to kind of keep it tight this week because it was just the two of us and Tommy's dead and everything sucks. Let's do a ground news minute. Let's do the ground news minute. I won't log in, so it'll only give me 5 free articles. Oh yeah, because of the shooting, Democrats now say they won't fund ICE. I expect Chuck Schumer to have exactly 0 spine.
Yeah, he's not gonna have any fucking actual desire to do anything.
Yep.
He's just gonna talk. He's gonna talk big for all of like a week, and then he'll fucking cave.
Yep.
Like he did last time. Like he always fucking does.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, Kristi Noem has got out there and fucking lied about the Alex Preddy thing. The government is doing the police state authoritarian thing to say, don't believe what your eyes see, believe what we tell you, and don't do that shit. Everything's fucked there. Everything's fucked there. Everything's fucked there. Oh, yeah, right. Venezuela. Everything's fucked there. Maxwell Frost assaulted at Sundance Film Festival. That's unfortunate. Let's see. South Carolina. Worst Carolina. No offense to South Carolina.
Yeah. Tark in the chat talking about Pam Bondi wants Minnesota to hand over fucking voter rolls.
Yeah.
That's
pretty fucked up. It's all this. They're like, again, I'm going to say it every week. They're trying to rig the elections. They want to invoke the Insurrection Act so that they can suspend elections and stay in power forever. We can't let them do that. That's why we're here. And why you should go to easyvotend.bsky.social. We're going to play some video games today, I think, too. I think we are definitely going to play Some Helldivers, the new missions, the redacted missions. There are some people in chat who might want to play with us as well, but we'll see how it goes. And then maybe some enshrouding. The one thing, I should bring up this article. Let's see. This is Minneapolis. Officers targeted by ICE. No, cat, why are you wiggling? Well, basically, there was a chief of police, that said some of his officers.
You actually scrolled past that when you were in the law subreddit.
Was I?
Yeah.
Well, I can go back to that one. That's easy to find. I lied. Let's no. Reddit. Home. Anyways, chief of police was saying that his officers were off duty. The fuck? And got harassed by ICE. And it's one of those things of like, well, it's cool when we do it, but man, it's not cool when you do it to us. And that's one thing I want to
go back up. What the fuck is that?
So this is one of the things that leaked this morning. This is inside the black site at 31 Hopkins Plaza in Baltimore, Maryland. So they've just got these people in here just shoved in like sardines and little emergency blankets. Laying on the floors. People with legal status, non-criminals.
Yep.
Just shoving them in. Jesus Christ. The guy still had his fucking work hoodie
50
on.
people in rooms with no beds or bathrooms. Wow.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
Yep.
He's still got his fucking work.
I mean, he probably got picked up from his job site.
Yeah, he sure probably fucking did. He's just fucking Jesus fucking Christ. These are concentration camps. This is Nazi shit. We're living in fucking 1930s Germany, and nobody gives a fuck.
I don't know. If you ask me, I think we're going back to our roots. And by we, I mean the U.S. government is going back to the American
you're
roots,
right.
Because the Nazis got it from us.
Because the Nazis learned it from us.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Anyway, scroll down. You can see. Keep going.
He's kind of a bald-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, I saw him when you were scrolling earlier. There's just so much shit in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was the demonstration on Friday though was really good. Jack Smith. Yeah, the law.
I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were fucking told to go out and make a statement after the big protest.
Yeah, because it was such a big hit. Now the National Guard is there. Let's see. We definitely saw him.
Yeah, I definitely saw it earlier.
There's the mayor.
Yeah.
This is the guy of the Sioux Nation talking about how
they're getting fucking picked up too.
Yes. Fucking disgusting. Todd Homan, that guy's a piece of shit. God damn it. Is that the police? That's Philadelphia.
The police chief from Philadelphia, yep. Or sheriff, whatever. Yeah.
Well, what in the fuck? It's gone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trash. Reddit is trash, though.
Yes, it is.
Not
always has been. Wait.
So this was the police chief of the city that the guy was killed in, talking about how he was a licensed concealed weapon holder. And there's Jacob Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis. There's Chris Murphy. Yeah. And this is, by the way, they're calling him a domestic terrorist because, of course, they are. We all are. And
Yeah,
this
we're
is
all
him.
domestic terrorists at this point.
And this is him basically doing last rites for a veteran that he worked with in the ICU for a long time after he'd passed away. Oh, that's hard to watch too. Fuck.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of an important one. We talked about this last week. Woman left a comment on Facebook criticizing the mayor of Miami Beach, Florida, and the mayor sent the cops to her house.
Mm-hmm.
Nazi shit. Or American
'Cause why
shit,
not?
probably. They send their fucking slave catchers. At any rate, the one thing I want to talk about is the hypocrisy about this, and I'm definitely not immune either, but for a lot of people for people of color in America, this is just always how it's been. And
Yep.
To pretend like it hasn't would be more than disingenuous. And the National Parks Department in Philadelphia has taken down a
slavery memorial, I think.
Yeah, it
like
was a memorial
yeah,
about slavery.
something like that.
But
they're
protesters defaced it.
whitewashing. They're
Immediately.
whitewashing history.
Yep, they're whitewashing history. But protesters put big signs up that said "Learn all history," which is true. And you know, in the United States, it's easy to fall prey to propaganda and to just not even engage in it at all because they don't want you to. But the stuff that is happening now to people that look like me has been happening to people that look like Al this whole time. And even though,
Well, I mean, darker
than you, and you know, it doesn't, you know,
most often than not darker than me, because you know I could potentially be quote unquote white passing because I don't really work outside anymore and I don't get as dark as I used to, but
yeah. But the fact is that they're always going to come for somebody next. It's never going to be enough. Like, you know, it doesn't matter how dark or light their skin is. They're just going to keep coming for a different group. And
yeah, I mean, if you remember, it wasn't that long ago that Irish and Italian were looked at as un-American. You know, it wasn't that long ago when
no Irish, no Italian.
Exactly. No Irish, no Italians. You know, no Chinese.
Yeah. Well, and even now too, like, and COVID had a huge resurgence of Asian racism. We saw it a lot. My business partner is Asian, and holy shit, does he get a lot of it? It's horrible. And
I wouldn't even call this shit resurgence. It's just
it's been there. Yeah, it's all
that's
that's the one thing that, like, I say from the white perspective, it's like, oh, it's a resurgence, and you're like, no, actually, it's always been there, and you're right. And that's the one thing we kind of need to acknowledge. And once we do that, I think it'll get better. Sorry, I've gone woke, everybody. Oh no. All right. I'm going to cut the show here, and then I'm going to make something to eat because my stomach was growling so much that it startled my cat. And then I think we're going to play some Helldivers. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. All right. Thank you for joining us today. People in the chat, if you have Helldivers, be available in like 20 minutes and we'll go do some redacting. Alrighty. Thank you for joining us. This has been Crying is a Free Action, a podcast about news and politics and things and such in our home states in the United States and around the world. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Bluesky. We're not on Spotify yet, even though they dropped the ICE stuff. Spotify still sucks. So yeah, please go to easyvotend.com. We don't make any money from that. We just think you should go there and be more informed. So thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful week.